Hello, everybody. Welcome to my home gym and our live Q&A. Today is May the 4th of 2025, and May the 4th be with you. I think that's the first time I've said that today. Lucky you. All right, we still got a couple people trickling in here. Let me let them in. Okay, cool. So today is our live Q&A. So this is where you will have the opportunity to ask me questions about our programs, the Superhuman Blueprint, the Superhuman Physique, weight loss hacks, hack your sleep, really anything, primal wellness coaching as well by way of our wellness programs. You can ask me about it here, but we are targeting this call for members, participants of the Superhuman programs. So Superhuman Blueprint and Superhuman Physique programs are all automatically included in this call so that they can ask questions about their programs as they go. It is a kind of a DIY, so I give you all of the protocol week by week, and it's up to you to work through it, but you can join this call every single week if you want to ask questions along the way, if you need to do modifications, if you just want to understand something better, if maybe you're having trouble with something, maybe you have some travel coming up and you want to figure out how to navigate that and stick with the program. Really, this live Q&A is anything that you want to ask related to those things, to those programs, or for folks that I've invited just to learn more about the programs. You can ask anything about it as well. Welcome, everybody, I guess. So here we go. Take our first question. And by the way, you can just drop your questions in the chat. I don't have cameras on for the audience, so you all are nicely anonymous behind your computers there, so you don't have to get on camera and actually talk to me. We might do that at some point, but I know some folks feel awkward about that, so I am going to just have you put your questions in the chat. So let me take the first question. Okay, so it looks like this one is for prospective program participants. So how is this different from other fitness or wellness programs out there? So let's talk about the Superhuman Blueprint. So first of all, my programs in general, they are designed specifically for busy people. I'm talking about parents and professionals and people that are really just overcommitted, right? You're juggling competing priorities, your time is in high demand, and along the way, you've probably sacrificed time that you would dedicate to yourself, and you're having a hard time figuring out how to reprioritize that, right? So you got all these other things to do, and so you don't know how you're going to go work out for an hour a day, or just build a healthy lifestyle into what has become a lifestyle of convenience or a lifestyle on the go, because that's what you need to keep going. First of all, this program, how is this different? So this program is designed for those people. So it's designed to be done in small little things that we stack on top of each other. So it's called habit stacking. We're talking about simple daily actions that fit into real life. So a few minutes here and a few minutes there and a few minutes here and a few minutes there. So I'm not asking you to give me 90 minutes of your time to go drive to the gym and work out for an hour and then cool down and then drive home and shower and then get going, right? This is a few minutes here, a few minutes there, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. It's something that you can sprinkle in throughout your day. How is it different from other programs? So this is, let's just call it a holistic transformation. So it's not just building muscle. It's not just eating healthier. It is very all-encompassing. So it's movement, it's mindset, it's nutrition, it's recovery, it's hydration. I'm going to help you sleep better. You're going to do a lot of different things that may not seem like part of, we'll just say, a fitness program, but they all contribute to whole body wellness, which I assure you will contribute to having a stronger, healthier, fitter physique. So this isn't just workouts. This is a lot of different things. How is it different? So I've worked with personal trainers before. My wife has worked with personal trainers. I've worked with a lot of clients that have worked with other personal trainers. And a lot of what you have to do in those programs, and it makes sense in a way, is tracking, right? You have to track a lot of different metrics, your nutrition and your workouts, and you have to track, within your workout, your sets and reps and weight. So we're not doing most of that here. There's a little bit of tracking, all right? We're tracking a little bit of just a little bit of nutrition, we're tracking a little bit of movement, but mostly I'm just giving you a protocol and you're following the protocol. So if the protocol says walk this many steps, you just walk that many steps. So it's not like you have to track how many steps you're walking and provide it back to me. No, you have a target and you just try to meet that target. If it's, do 3 minutes of exercise 2 times a day, You don't have to track it, just do that. So not asking you for complicated tracking, just asking you to engage in these habits and actions and to meet the prescribed dose or number. And so if you think of other transformation programs or other long programs like 75 Hard, for example, it's 75 days. 75 days of a very strict protocol of a lot of different things, right? 75 Hard is really good. Respect for 75 Hard. But it's hard, right? It's called 75 Hard for a reason because you're going full bore from day one all the way for 75 days. So what I have here in both the Superhuman Blueprint and the Superhuman Physique programs, they are both 10-week transformation programs. So Superhuman Blueprint is a whole body wellness. So this is going to this is going to make everything better. And the Superhuman Physique is specifically targeting your physique, right? Losing fat, building muscle. But both these programs are what is called progressive adaptation. And what that is we start small in week 1, and then we build upon it and build upon it and build upon it and build upon it so that by week 10, you've got this very rigorous, robust program that you're engaged in, but you got there gradually and it works. It's very, very doable. It's called progressive adaptation because you adapt in small amounts so that it's not going to break you along the way. And so what I'm doing here in these programs is I'm setting you up for what we're going to call your new lifestyle, right? So we're building you into your new lifestyle. So it's not like at the 10th week, you're going to have completed a radical transformation. You will have begun and be well underway with a radical transformation, but the transformation never ends, right? So you maintain that 10th week protocol, and this is your lifestyle now. And of course, you can have ebbs and flows, but now you've built in a series of healthy habits that are going to carry you forward in life. That was a very long-winded answer. So hopefully that answered your question. If not, drop it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next question here. Let's see. What do I get when I join the Superhuman Blueprint? Okay. So as I mentioned, it is a 10-week structured wellness transformation program. It is delivered to you via an online platform. So you create a profile, you log in, and you will basically, you'll read quite a bit of content. You'll watch some videos on the front end. And then basically you'll just check back every week for that updated protocol week by week. There's videos, there are tracking sheets where for you to just kind of write notes and write your specific goals because some of your goals will vary depending on your particular physique. And the week by week protocols are essentially simple daily tasks. So talking about things like daily movement and getting a certain amount of sunlight, and as you progress, we build in new things. There's cold exposure and breath work and hydration and preparing you for good sleep and a little bit of exercise. These are not workout programs. If you want a workout program, you can, I offer private training. You know, if that's a priority of yours, then reach out and we can talk about what that looks like, where I would build you a customized fitness program. But there's a little bit of exercise in these programs. So through the weekly protocols, you'll get a list of things that you do every single day. So it's not complicated because you just know this is the protocol, do it every day. Check back in a week and you'll get the updated protocol. Maybe the protocol for this week was you're going to drink this much water and move this much. And next week it's going to be drink this much water and move this much. So incremental enhancements. What do you get? So you also get obviously this live Q&A. So you will be able to have access to me or one of our coaches every single week at no extra charge via this call. And of course, if you want private training, we offer both single sessions if you just have a couple of quick questions you want to knock out, and we also have a package private training if you want, like I said, that whole fitness program or more customized nutrition or a lot of maybe challenges that you might face in doing the program as prescribed and you want to do it, but you need to heavily modify. So we can talk you through that as well. So we offer that as well. Also, you have access to our private online community where you can ask questions anytime in there. So you'll have a weekly ability to ask questions via this live Q&A, and then via the online community, you can ask questions anytime. And either other program participants or program graduates or coaches will be in there to help you get your questions answered. So I'm in there, and a lot of other folks are in there as well. So you'll be able to have some dialogue with other folks that are in it with you and ask questions. And then it's just a great way to engage with other people that are doing it because, you know, I don't want to say it is extremely hard, but yeah, you'll have some challenges. I mean, anytime we do something new, there are challenges, so it's always nice to have other folks that are in it with you to bounce some of your challenges off of, or even share your wins. Let's see, did that answer your question? What do I get when I join the Superhuman Blueprint? That's what you get, and you get a healthier, happier body and life. You get a stronger immune system. You get a better metabolism. You're working your way towards a leaner physique. You're better mental clarity. So you get those things too. Okay, let's see. I'm extremely busy. How much time does this take per day? Okay, Superhuman Blueprint, little as 5 to 10 minutes per day in week 1, and it will build upon that. So yes, it starts out pretty small in week 1. By week 10, it may have tripled, but or quadrupled even. But what is that? So if we're talking 5 to 10 minutes per day, maybe it's 30 minutes per day. But again, this is spread out throughout your day. I'm not asking for a huge time commitment here. If you can't devote 30 minutes per day in, let's say, 3 to 5 minute increments multiple times a day to your health and wellness, then this probably isn't going to work for you. Just being honest. Also, a lot of the things that are in this program, you stack on top of each other. For example, I do have cold exposure, would be a cold shower, or cold plunge if you have access to one of those. And as you progress, I also work in breath work, and we're going to do your breath work while you're doing your cold exposure. So there are several parts of the program that you will do together, so they don't actually take up extra time. You're just supercharging what you're doing by doing multiple things at the same time. Let's see, how much time does this take per day? Yeah, and the good thing is it's, for the most part, this is pretty flexible. So I do ask you to have a specific series of actions that you complete in the morning. So yes, I'm crafting a morning routine for you. It is a short morning routine, but it is a morning routine. But most of the rest of what's in here, you can do at any time it's convenient throughout the day. So you're gonna have a lot of flexibility to be able to work this into your schedule. Okay, here we go. Next question, do I have to track calories or follow a strict diet? So we have 2 programs, right? The Superhuman Blueprint and the Superhuman Physique. So the Superhuman Blueprint, we're not tracking any calories. There is a minor nutrition component where you are focused on eating a certain amount of protein every day, which is prescribed throughout the weekly protocol. Otherwise, you're really not tracking any of your nutrition or macronutrients. There is no other dietary component to the Superhuman Blueprint other than, again, protein, and then we're going to create an eating window for you. Superhuman Physique, also no, you are not tracking your calories. We are setting a protein goal. It's the same protein goal as the Superhuman Blueprint. Actually, you can do these programs in tandem. There are several components of both that are identical, but there's a lot more wellness things in the Superhuman Blueprint program, and there's a lot more kind of dietary and physique things in the Superhuman Physique, but there are a few components that are the same. So if you are doing them together, it's very easy to do together. Anyway, dietary, so there's a protein component to the Superhuman Physique where you have a targeted amount of protein to eat every single day. Otherwise, I am not asking you to track your calories or any other macronutrients. However, we are working portions. So I am going to prescribe portions of macronutrients. For example, 1/3 of your meal is going to be protein and 1/3 is fat and 1/3 is carbohydrates. That's just an arbitrary number. That's not actually the protocol, but it do prescribe portions. So you'll work through that week by week, and those portions will slightly change week by week. Same eating window as Superhuman Blueprint, so that is going to be the same. And we are also going to be managing how often you eat in the Superhuman Physique. So we have set meals, so a certain number of meals per day, a certain number of snacks allowed, and then within those meals and snacks, we are going to give you your kind of like approved list of things that would fall within those categories. So these are the approved carbs and fats and proteins and snacks and so on. So we're going to make it very easy by not giving you unlimited options and not leaving you confused and wondering if this is part of it or if this is not, does this qualify, does this not. I make it very easy. You have lists, you work off those lists, you work off of the prescribed portions, and your body transforms and you feel amazing. So the whole thing is really about just nourishing your body with good food and also having a good relationship with food. So it's not about starving yourself or just denying you all of the things that you want. We allow cheat meals and things like that. So it's meant to be sustainable, not where you kill yourself doing it for a couple of weeks and then you yo-yo, and when the couple weeks is over, you just go crazy and end up gaining 55 pounds. Okay, let's see. Next question. Can I do this if I haven't worked out in years? Yes, absolutely, 100%. So this program is designed for anybody, really. Really, the protocol itself is it's not a workout program. It does have a fitness component. It has movement and mobility and exercise. However, they're not intense. So if you want intense fitness as a part of this, one, again, you can work with me or one of our coaches for some private training and we'll build you a program. This very nicely complements existing workout routines. For example, if you already have a personal trainer working with you for fitness, great. You can definitely do this with that. Or if you go to CrossFit or you take other classes and you feel like your fitness is good, but you want to supplement that with healthier eating and a healthier lifestyle and doing things that will give you more energy and help you to have better metabolism and all that, then this very nicely complements that as well. But you can absolutely 100% do this without being in any kind of good shape already. In fact, you can be in horrendous shape and you can do this, and I will help you take those first steps towards being in good shape. Talking about things like just simple daily movement like walking and very simple body weight exercises, think squats and push-ups. And again, mostly you're deciding what exercise you're going to do, so it's going to fall within your capabilities, but I will prescribe, a certain amount of reps, certain number of times per day. So it's very doable. Oh, and by the way, if you, I have some other resources out there and some other programs. So if you just kind of want some DIY workout stuff, I have like my list of 45 bodyweight exercises with video tutorials that I think I have actually for free on my programs page. So I think you can get that for free. Then I have a list of, I have a bunch of HIIT workouts that I put together, so you can grab that as well. So I have some DIY items if you want to just kind of throw something together yourself as well. What kind of results have people gotten in this program? So let's talk about the Superhuman Blueprint. Very, very cool results. So let me talk about Jason. Jason was my first person to go through this protocol, and it was the early version of this protocol. So it's been very much refined since Jason went through this protocol, but he was the kind of the first test person. Jason worked out already. He had a great workout routine. He rode his Peloton, he lifted weights, he did this multiple times per week. But he was very overweight and he was on blood pressure meds and a bunch of other stuff. He just wanted to lose weight. So he was like, hey, you're a fitness trainer now. Can I work with you? He was a friend of mine. So I'm like, yeah, sure, you be the test guy. We went through this protocol and I had him drinking more water and moving more throughout the day. I just helped him to reorganize his workouts in a way that was more productive. I didn't change any of them, I just reorganized them. I had him observing an eating window and focusing on protein and doing mobility and a bunch of other stuff. He did all the things that you'll do when you're in the Superhuman Blueprint. And guess what? He lost a lot of weight. It was a lot more than I honestly had anticipated, and I would not ever guarantee anyone will lose weight like Jason did if they do this, but he lost a lot of weight. He had way better energy. He had better sleep. He had better focus. He had less stress. And again, not what I was looking for, but awesome. He did his labs with his doctor and his blood pressure got way better. His cholesterol got better. So all of these things improved by following this protocol. And so, normally I'm like, hey, don't do the Superhuman Blueprint for weight loss, do the Superhuman Physique for weight loss, but you can absolutely lose weight doing the Superhuman Blueprint because you are going to optimize how your body works, and an optimized body just metabolically makes things work in a more effective way, which means not storing fat and actually using fat. So those results, and then also I've had a bunch of other people go through the program since then. With consistently, everyone has reported they have greater energy sustained throughout the day, greater mental clarity, less brain fog. Other people have lost great amounts of weight as well, and feeling of just feeling better and happier. And that's part of why I love this program. I started out in teaching self-defense, and then that kind of moved into fitness, and people wanted to lose weight, and I'm like, cool, let me figure out how to help people lose weight. And then I realized there's this whole body wellness thing, but then the whole body wellness thing then transfers into mental wellness. And I am not a mental wellness expert. However, if you follow the Superhuman Blueprint protocol, you will have enhanced mental wellness, because all of these things that we do contribute to a more optimally functioning body, and that includes things that contribute to mental wellness. So a lot of good things to look forward to here. All right, we got just a little bit more time. I got a bunch more questions. Let me just pick one. Let's see. Here's a good one. What happens after the 10 weeks are over? So this is one for everyone here. So What happens after the 10 weeks are over? This is your new life. So you'll have a toolkit of habits that are now essentially automatic and easy to maintain. And by that, I mean, if you've been doing something for 10 weeks already, it's not going to be hard to just keep doing that. So after 10 weeks, you will continue to follow the protocol. You should have a pretty high degree of discipline, right? 10 weeks is not an insignificant amount of time. So if you have discipline, then of course you can have your ebbs and flows, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna have some more cheat days, or I'm gonna back off of this for a bit and then come back to it or whatever. You'll now know and have lived what is a very healthy lifestyle. So at 10 weeks, you now are living the life that you can maintain to continue to be healthy and have ever improving mental clarity and energy. And if your physique is getting better, a little bit better and a little bit better, keep doing this, and it's going to keep getting a little bit better and a little bit better. When I told you about my client Jason, he had tremendous weight loss. It wasn't in 10 weeks. Mind you, it started, like, it was well underway in 10 weeks, but it was around that 6-month mark, that 8-month mark, where he really accomplished some significant milestones, because these things take time if you do them in the right way. What else? So after 10 weeks is over, you keep access to the course, of course. You can keep joining these calls if you want to continue to ask questions, if you're continuing the lifestyle and you have more questions along the way, or if you just want to be able to opine when other people ask questions and give your own answers and experiences. Always happy to have people share those, and at some point I may open this up so everyone can come on video and speak, so that if someone's asking a question and you've completed this program and you want to address their question, then we'll probably get there as well. You'll be able to stay in the online community. So again, I would love it for people that complete this to stay in the online community and help out folks that are going through it. So someone that's new would greatly benefit from having some communication line with folks that have gone through it and created their own success. So would love for you to stay in the online community and stay engaged there. And then, as a program graduate, you will kind of be on the list for first access to future endeavors that we might be working on here at Primal Wellness Coaching. So that is it. All right, I got a few more questions, but we are at time, and I want to be mindful of my commitment to everyone. So this is a 30-minute call. So please hold on to those questions. You can either drop them in the Facebook group, and I will answer them there, or just hold on to them, and we'll talk about it next week. Thank you all so much for being here. Coach Drew, signing off. May the 4th be with you.